Hey, Professor Reed here, coming to you live from my office. Hope everybody's doing well. Amazing how quickly this class has moved forward. So I just want to give an overview of the assignment, taking the proposal, the annotated sources. Thanks everybody for getting those in. I know over the summer this could be a little bit challenging with a lot of things going on. And then in addition, the actual paper components, we'll talk about that. I've got a video that I'm going to post. It's from, I want to say spring of 2023, so rather newish, but it does have examples from different groups. I went through and sort of combed through my archives and found some examples of those, just to give you a little bit of more, like examples to look at. So the paper itself, now you're taking the annotated sources, you're taking this idea of epideidic, deliberative, and forensic sources, and you're trying to tie that in, and it almost gives you like an organizational style for it. And then you're taking the proposal with the common goals, intercommunication, this idea of participation, genres, distinct vocabulary, and members of different status, and you're combining those in the paper. You're sort of using that as the guide. Okay, so this image here leads to this guide, which is basically what we did for the proposal. So most everybody did they chose a group, they looked at it. Another thing you want to make sure you have, and I'll mention this because I got a little checklist coming up next. I got the due date. Try to add in the interviews to it. That's sort of this idea of primary and secondary sources. Now, once again, just to sort of stress this, throughout the semester, in a spring 2023 class, a little bit longer duration, 15 weeks, we meet. I know it's a little bit, this is for me a little bit foreign to have to do the whole class online, but the idea is that after we spend the time together, we work on this, that you'll be able to think about papers in the social science world, all the variety of majors out there. Want to make sure you feel really good about APA formatting. Want to make sure you feel good about that idea of primary and secondary sources, and you want to think about these different sort of genres of source material, and that's what the epideidic, deliberative, and forensic sources are trying to tone into or tap into, I should say. And then obviously we want the writing best practices with grammar, with a variety of different sentence structure, and another video that I'll post will go over the different types of paragraphs for you. So think about this, like these ideas from the proposal and the last image of the actual, the visuals of this are almost forming like the topic sentences, if that makes sense, for the paragraphs. And you want to weave in, I would say, a source into each one of the paragraphs, and then try to weave in a little bit of the a little bit like the interviews in there. At least one quote from one interview and another quote from the second one. Okay, and this is going to serve as sort of the baseline for it. So then just make a note of it. 10 pages total. Try your best to get there. I know it's a little bit bigger. Thesis doesn't argue position. It's more of a neutral. Remember, the idea of this is we're trying to be a little less judgmental. You want to weave in the interviews, and that you think of that as being your primary and your secondary sources. Develop the proposal, which we talked about. I briefly talked about it. I put the images on there. Think about different types of different types of paragraphs and different types of sources. You want to be aware of the epideidic, deliberative, and forensic, and sort of stack those. Try to create a little bit of momentum, and then put in your different types of paragraphs. I'm going to post another video on my YouTube page about that. Make sure to add the in-text citation, APA, MLA. Now, this, I would say 90% of students use APA as their formatting, and I've got a slide for the for the title page. I got a video up for that, and then it's due August the 7th. So that's the due date for it. So I'll make a Dropbox for it. But I just wanted to, this Monday morning, I wanted to get this quick video up here. Just touch base with you. I'll try to get the annotations graded no later than Wednesday night. That's what I'm going to try to do. And then for your APA, remember, make a title page for it for the final version due on the 7th. Have the title, put your name. You can put Penn State right there for your like, I guess they call it like what you're associated with. Put the class there, the 202 class. Put my name, Professor Reed. My first name is Stephen with a PH. You can put Reed there, and then just make sure you put the due date of August 7th, 2023 as the due date. And if you look at like APA, they have different headers and rules for student papers versus professional papers if you had a dissertation, all that sort of thing. But you also, this is what you want to have for the title page. So hopefully that's helpful. I'm going to post some other videos. And please make a note if you want to Zoom. I had some really good Zoom meetings throughout this semester. Want to Zoom, meet with me, just send me an email. We can jump on Zoom relatively quickly and try to touch base with it. But yeah, email if you need anything, and have a great day.